to it. And how they opt to play. Is we actually, oh my lord, for once we got the names right, man. Let's go. As we hop ourselves right into this P1. It's going to be a heavy top side here for Lords, as Bread's going to be able to find us the first kill of the series, man. Bread's going to be able to find a second. All four go down here. 4 S9, you got a little bit of a spawn out here, but now it's Lord's time to potentially push up, secure themselves the ever so important P2 spawns. As on top of that, they're getting a decent amount of this P1 time. Oh, good shots from J-Bands. Oh, damn. That's a sub, ladies and gentlemen. Zacharoni, though, able to find 2. Trey's going to be a plentiful those, Bebo. The man who I think is a big kind of X factor for this team. He's a very, very good player, so I'm interested to see how he continues to develop here as we're looking towards the back. And who's Zach going to be able to win a huge gunfight? At least going to make the spawns a little bit weird. Oh, never mind. They just spawned right in front of him. He has zero idea, and he is not ready for that gunfight, as some people would also not be, me and myself included. I would not be ready for that kind of a spawn. And unfortunately, that kind of a blessed spawn is going to work out for the moment for Lords. However, Zach got a good spawn there in the back, and they didn't read that as well, so a little bit of awkward spawns coming into map number 1, but for the moment, Lords, well, I was going to say was taking control of the hill, but now it's going to be S9 spawn trapping in the back. I love this play out of them. You do have Bread starting to rotate, and with that, Zodom's going to spawn out with him, looking to get a couple of kills off this old time. Going to be able to find 2 of them at the very least, but now you look over towards New. Bread finds the kill onto Noon. You have number 8. That's going to be Rick. A nice little flanker danker, and I do not believe these guys are ready for this. Spawns are just everywhere, man. Spawns are everywhere. I don't know. I don't think either team knows what the hell is going on. Maybe they do, and if they do, shout out to them, because I have zero idea what's going on. Is now we get a little bit more consistent spawns. Everyone's spawning on their respective sides. There's no shenanigans going on. As Berserk's gonna blow his boy, man. It's an unfortunate circumstance, but it happens to be the way Lords just break back into the hill, get a little bit of help from Berserk there from S9. Is speaking of him, not the best start in the world, but look like he's potentially there to take a route. Nope, he's instead gonna rotate over towards New. I like this out of him. There is no one really here there. Wow. No one really here to either help him out or really do much to him. Intensity is going to fall. Comms should be out. Number 7 should get traded here. And oh my god, never mind. Zach, I think he forgot to wear his glasses today. He may have not seen him there, but Buba finds himself 1. The playmaker, the entry man, finds himself 2. Zodom now working towards the back, working a pinch here. You have literally, they just hit every spawn, but S9 reading every bit of it, gonna find every kill on top of it, so great hold there from S9, especially with legitimately they got hit from every angle, but they won their individual ones, and it's a good start for them. 30 seconds still on this hill, as this has been a tight game, back and forth. And in the kill feed, you kind of see that it goes that way as well. But for the moment, it's going in Lords' favor. As they're going to hold a tiny little lead. They're going to hold a small lead over the boys of S9 going into the next set of rotations. I like this. I like this, man. It's nice and close. I mean, obviously, maybe neither of these teams probably want it to be that way. But hey, man, as a viewer, it's always a nice thing, man. People Zag able to combine for 2, trying to find the guy on the hill. That's going to be Rick. He does eventually get found out, potentially taken down here, but nope, he is instead going to live and potentially look to repinch this as well. I was going to say Berserk had the right idea. Unfortunately, maybe a little bit windy over there. I didn't get to see that POV, but excuse me, is Intensity Berserk able to find 2 here. A third going to go down as well, and looking to potentially get these P2 spawns. Going to be Zach in the back. And Zodom on the other side of things is going to be able to find himself too. Bread finds the most egregious gunfight ever. That was just a little bit awkward. But the hipfire shots hitting for Bread there. This man's 14 and 10, having himself a nice little start to this map. J-Band's the most time in the lobby. We love a little hill getting action. We love that. As S9's going to be the first to be in, and oh, a little bit awkward for Zach running out of ammo there, but that's going to be a 3 dead, and now full setup here for S9. And for Lords there, you kind of get stuck there, but you did get a couple of kills, and now you're potentially looking to get to this time. Rick, good shots. Relocks onto his target. Oh my lord, finds himself a second. That guy is absolutely frying. Gotta be his host. I'm kidding, but no, that was some good shots, man. J-Man's looking to potentially get the remainder of this time. There's still a good 20 seconds off of it. You do have number 2, that's going to be Berserk. Potentially. I was going to say rotating towards New, but nope, he's instead going to opt to try to help his teammates out as they are fine out of their spawn, but they win their gunfight, so now Berserk going to be kind of the tip of the spear on the rotation, potentially. So he's going to work towards the back of these spawns. Is going to be able to find one. You do have Rick over towards Top Con, is going to get cut down, looking to get a couple of cutoff kills. Instead, he just finds the respawn screen and right back to it. J-Bands get a nice little contest from himself, waiting for his teammates potentially to come on in to help him out. Rick going to be able to find a trade, even if it's a little bit on the slow side, but it's all good. Yeah, J-Bands unfortunately didn't check his corners there. Word out to Soap, I believe that was. I'm sure I'll get corrected for not knowing the COD reference. As the boys of S9 able to take all 4 down here. Last little 20 seconds, rotation over towards New is going to be on. It looks like it's going to be a full 4-man rotation here from Lords. Shot's going to be nice and crispy there. But Zach winning the gunfight onto the hill, so he's got a little bit of work ahead of him. Wisely just kind of stays off the time. Well, never mind, he not so wisely gets back on it. I guess he does have teammates now here to help him, so was a little concerned. It was a decent play, though, for him to stay off the time, at least initially. Wait for his teammates to come help him out, and that's exactly what they do. Is what was a close game through the first set of rotation has been completely blown open by this S9 team, and well, that is just the worst timing I think you could possibly ever get if you're insensitive in that situation. Just as I say that, Berserk gonna be the last one that falls. It's gonna be Lords that break on in. This is a huge 30 seconds. They absolutely need this time going into New. They need every bit of it. I don't know, man. No contest. Oh, wow. Peebo, I think that was flying. Maybe not so much frying, to be fair. I think he would have gotten stuck had he remained alive somehow. Berserk on a 4 spree. He didn't start so hot, but this guy's now 23 and 14. He turned it. He got a complete 180. He's got a javelin in the back pocket. Of course, can't use it, but it is, you know, it'd be fun. Screw it, why not? Just use it, man. Whatever. Zach's got a cruise in the back pocket as well, though, so that's a streak he can use. Potentially here going towards P2. Maybe not so much P2, but either way, you got a nice little setup here. If you are S9 onto the P1, about as best of a setup as you can get on a hill like P1. But Zach gonna pop the cruise inside the hill, kind of force everyone inside. Interesting form. He is going to fall inside of the hill, but at the very least, well, you're not going to get much out of the cruise, but you do get a decent amount of information as the teammates looking to clean up the kills. Bebo finds 2. Bebo looking for a 3rd. He's hunting him down. He's got the pistol in hand, and, well, doesn't need to quite finish him off, but either way, last 12 seconds to be had for either of these teams. Going to be S9 who gets in for the moment, but they do have the new spawns. That's the most important thing here. Is they're about 20 seconds here from closing this map out and having a pretty damn decent and a pretty damn dominant map 1 victory, especially for how it started. This is a great finish here so far for S9. Problem is, Berserk kind of all alone making plays on his own. He is going to fall, and so is his teammate. Their intensity not able to get a trade, and that could potentially be Spawn's flip, but no, they're going to keep him spawned in the back here. Albeit over towards the well side of things, but 30 seconds still here to collect. For S9, you only need 8, but at the same time, you don't want to exactly overcommit. Give up the spawns for new. It looks like that might be potentially what's going to happen here. Intensity is going to fall. Now they're spawning in the back of old, so potential here for Lords to chain these next couple of hills, or at least from this hill to P3. It's all going to come down to the rest of these players here for Lords, though. Kind of playing a 3v3 over towards New Zodom. Going to be able to put the first shots down. And again, only 8 seconds needed for S9 to finish this map off. As the trades look like they're going either way here. Number 7 is going to be able to find a kill, but Berserk finds the kill on the hill, the most important one, at least for the moment, but he's going to get off and decides to get the spawn kills, and that should do it, ladies and gentlemen. S9 with a pretty dominant win, man. Again, it wasn't exactly the best start for him, but gotta commend the boys for the way they finished, and honestly, gotta commend the boy of Lords for keeping it as close as it was in the beginning, and honestly, they kind of kept it close towards the end there. That was a great break on to P2. Unfortunately, just could not chain anything to P3 and make it as interesting as you would like, but either way, S9. Map numero uno. Sneaky. I appreciate your follow, man. I don't know, I wonder if I just can't see chat or if no one's saying anything. I'll have to look here in a second. Ebo's not there. Oh, and do we end in the map again? Question mark. Oh, nope, everyone got there. Sick. We're going. We're going. Everyone for we forgot the bomb, dude. Zach was ready, though. Zach was ready. He's in his position. Is this going to be a slower round here from S9? And oh my word, that snap was absolutely insane. Is number 6 going to look to find a trade? Someone did find a trade somewhere. Intensity did fall, but now 2v3 here for Lords, and well, you're kind of split apart, and Berserk obviously going to hear that door open. Zacharoni going to be able to find that pick, and now it's all down to Zodom here in the bottomest of cons. As look at a potentially sorry about that, potentially find a route. Let me see if I can get my bag. There we go. Is now S9. They got the bomb planted, making it that much harder here for Zodom to find any sort of semblance of light around at the end of the tunnel. But now, ladies and gentlemen, the fun part of Call of Duty, we've got to wait for the bomb to explode. Game is broken that way. We love it. Good first round there from S9, though. Especially being late. Bebo was a little late to the switch, but I was surprised he even spawned in there. I'm not gonna lie, but again, either way, first round gonna go to S9 here. As again, they're up 1-0 for those of you guys that missed the first map. They won 250, I believe it was like 182 or so. Pretty close. It ended up pretty close. It was not close there for a bit, but I think S9 slowed down there towards the back end of it. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Lords now on the offensive side of things. What can they find? As it looks like it's going to be a nice little A hit, and this is a great blind counter for Lords as well. Bebo, what is he going to be able to find? If anything, he's going to find the bomb planter. Should get traded out, and he will. Now it's up to the rest of his teammates. You have Berserk on a pinch, but you have number 3 and number 1, Zach. Intensity working in tandem. Zach able to find a trade, but now it's all down to Berserk, and well, cover's kind of blown potentially here. It's 30 seconds still remain. He's got the time to do it. He got the timing to do it. He finds one. All down to a 1v1 between him and Rick. Berserk not gonna have the timing. Rick able to clutch it up and give Lords their first round here. Map number 2. Good little gunfight there from Zodom. I was surprised, or sorry, I believe that was Fears. Little surprised with how, with the fact that they didn't exactly, look towards their backs there after getting that kill into Intensity and Zach there. No one looked towards that Wells spot, but good on Berserk making it a 1v1. Just unfortunate timing going into that 1v1. This looks like we're gonna have a little Mexican standoff and in U and or whatever you want to call it, U connector. Some people call it secret, but nonetheless, we got a 2v2. It was just a 2-on-2 trade. Just had a bloody fight over towards that closed section of the map. Is now it's Intensity Berserk working in tandem, playing against Bread and Zodom. As they unfortunately picked the wrong bomb site here, but both players looking like they're gonna play into office. You have Intensity sitting towards his P2 side. The pressure's gonna be on Berserk. He's got to be able to find something, and instead he backs off. Kind of lets him retake the bomb site for the moment, waiting for Intensity to look over him. And well, unfortunately, Intensity may have buried a couple of bullets in the back of his teammate's head. Got to be able to find this kill into Zodom. He does not. And Lords gonna find their second straight round. Just unfortunate there from Intensity. Saying he's got his outer, I'm sure, you know. Trying to help his teammate out. Unfortunately, he just only helps the other team there. Puts a couple of bullets in the back of Berserk's head, but nonetheless, not a bad idea. Wise back down from Berserk at the very least, but good retake there from Lords. Kind of takes what they give him and then, you know, finds a nice little kill and then able to finish off Intensity, get the bomb defuse. As we load up here in round number 4. Looks like a heavy B hit here for this Lords team. A more balanced defense here from S9. And oh boy, we are going swimming. 3 players here in the river. As Zodom is all alone. They're kind of making S9 think they're not coming at all. I kind of like this a lot from Lords. This is a great strat. So all these players now going to come up. I'm interested to see if Intensity finds much of anything. Oh no, they're going through office. They're going through office. Intensity has 0 idea. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The bomb should be pretty free to plant. As what a strategy that was, and it worked out really well for them. 4v3 bomb down. As J-Band's able to find Berserk in the back as well. Makes it a 2v4. You got Zach and Bebo. Looks like they're going to try to work towards this white area. Unfortunately, it's not the easiest thing to try to play from, but, you know, they're trying to make it work. Zach slides on in. Unfortunately, got 2 players to deal with, and, well, it's not going to be enough. As Lords take another round, and they're looking good in this S&D. And, again, got to harp in on it a little bit. What a goddamn play call from Lords there. Not something you see a lot. I feel like that was, I feel like I've seen Optic do that once this year, but outside of that, I've not seen a lot of that, but we'll see if they come back to that play at any point here in the remainder of this map, but first things first. Again, we got an S9 offense. Looks like it's going to be more towards the B side here. As all the tags going to be utilized, and no one's here for Lords either, so it's going to be a free bomb plant. I wonder now for S9 how they're going to try to take control of this map, as Bebo kind of wisely backs off here, but the stun's going to connect with at least with 2, potentially even a 3rd as Rick finds one, but the trade's going to be coming in, and it's just going to be a bloodbath. Brett able to find one, and I'm not going to lie, I was going to say I think he hit Berserk a little bit as well. But goddamn, that round could have went very, very slowly, and then it hit maximum speed, dude. They hit that Mario star, the rainbow star thing. Thing went fast as hell. Here we go. Lords up 4-1. Can S9 figure something out here in the S&D, potentially try to make any sort of comeback? This is where you do miss Skylar in these situations. He's more of the S&D guru. Him and Berserk are a pretty good duo in that respect. Not so much with the remainder of these guys, but Intensity going to fall first. Berserk at least able to find a kill back at Bebo. Able to find one as well. Bebo finds two. As it's now down to Jodam all alone, and he is going to get taken down. S9 does find a way to stop the bleeding, if only for the moment. As Bebo able to find a nice little two-piece there and able to put the numbers in S9's favor, so makes a great play. Team just plays the trades, and S9 finds himself only down 2 rounds now. As you kind of look at the scoreboard, it's Zodom having a pretty good map intensity. On the other side of things, not having the best one himself, but still a decent amount of this map to be played, so potential here for him to turn it around. We kind of seen it from Bebo last time. He was 0-7, I believe. He ended up 3-9, which obviously isn't the best of stat lines, but well, Intensity's struggle is going to continue as Zodom continues to slam as well. He finds Bebo, and well, that was a pretty clean round there from Lords. Timing didn't exactly go. I believe it was Intensity's way. Someone was looking towards white, didn't see anyone, ran right past it. The white guy peeks, and yeah, that guy just falls, unfortunately. But now map point here for Lords. They look to equalize this series, man. I like Rick's yellow hands. I don't know if that's like, he's got like gloves on. I don't really know, but just saying. Here we go. Lords again on that map point, looking to try to finish this game before any funny business can happen. But Intensity, Zach, say no. We're going to have some fun as Intensity finds a second on the round. Potentially look for a third. Unfortunately, that's actually going to be Zach who falls there. As they kind of have this guy pinned. They're just going to run at him bread. Kind of stuck. He does get a nade off, though. At the very least, some of these guys are weak. And, well, unfortunately, numbers doesn't really matter. When you are just absolutely flying at this guy with zero respect. S9 trying to climb back into this game. They're down 5-3, man. If anyone believes in the 5-3 curse, I mean, it's might as well. If you're S9, saying screw it. Screw it, let's get to it. S9 trying to call a roll back into this one. They're on the offense, though. Looks like it's going to be more of that mid-strat. Zach, good shots. Oh, my God, the read onto Rick. Down goes 2, but Bebo on the other side of things is going to fall, but you're going to get information on the last 2 players. I'm interested to see what the strategy is here for S9. Zach not opting for the push, and oh, my Lord, I think Zodom literally jumped perfectly, so Zach never saw him. And Zach's going to fall, and that's going to be bombed down as well. This could turn into a disaster of a round for S9. This Intensity's going to fall as well. It all falls onto Berserk's shoulders to keep these guys alive here in the S&D. He's going to be able to collect the bomb. He does spot out one, but both these players should just run down and try to get him, and they do just that. Lords, pretty damn dominant S&D from them. So they're going to take that 6-3 and tie up the series here at 1 apiece. Because now I believe we're going into a vault control. And yeah, just, I mean, Zodom had an incredible map. Guy went 10-3. You look at Brett as well, putting down the most damage in the lobby. Just once this timer's done clicking, clonking, I don't care, stomping. So it looks like just waiting on Bebo again to transfer. Looks like, unfortunately, just, well, both teams going to start at 28. That's good news. Good nade, though, from Zach, as he's going to start out with the first blood here in this map. You got number 4. It's going to be Bebo taking a nice little flank. Are they going to be able to read it? He does find one. And now he's getting chased down here by Rick, and oh, Rick does not finish that gunfight. Bebo potentially looking for a third. Unfortunately, not going to be able to get it, but onto the A zone here. If you are S9, his Intensity looking to push up into you, get a little bit frisky with him. He does find the one he's looking for. Maybe not all of his life, but, you know, at least in that moment. Berserk just sitting that top cat side, making sure None of these players can kind of jump from that spot. His timing's getting a little bit weird for him. He's searching for someone. He knows he's searching for someone there. Doesn't eventually find the kill, and he finds a second on top of that. A 3 spree here to start out the round and start out the map here from Berserk, as he's going to continue to look for these players in the back, and he's going to continue to find them. He's just being an absolute nuisance, as A is going to get captured. You're over towards the B side already. You have a massive life advantage here. And 1:40 to work with. It's going to be pretty hard for this Lord's team to find this round with the way it's been going so far. They got to get a couple of these 4 wipes, get into their spawn, and just make their lives a living hell, but not exactly happening for the moment. Zach's able to find one in the spawn, but here comes number 8. That's going to be Rick on the flank. Gonna get some shots down, but Zach thought he may have potentially was gonna try to take him down there. So he's giving him this a nice little pumper. He does eventually find the player, and oh, he gets the second with the pistol. And onto the 8 point we go. 4 lives remaining from Lords, and if you're S9, you're just trying to go for the ticks for a potential round 5. Second tick gonna be in, and here we go. Intensity looking to try to find the last. He is going to be able to find one. Zodom is close, though, and he's the last player alive. Intensity going to be able to take him down, and I believe that was 5 ticks secured on top of it all for S9. So, great first round there for him. Obviously, attacking, at least in this map, isn't as heavily favored as we had seen yesterday on the protocol, but... Well, actually, protocol, yeah, defense pretty heavily favored, too. But anyways, I don't know what I'm talking about. Good shots there from Zach. Nonetheless, Naimoto, appreciate the follow, man. Appreciate you. Hope you're having a good day, man. Hope you're having a good day. Intensity ending the round on a 3 spree. And you look at S9, it is all positive from the boys. Lords, not so much. Bands, at least, at the very least, he is even, so... Can't ask for too terribly much more, as the nade towards mid is going to hit for Intensity. Unfortunately, I don't believe he had anyone else there to hit it with him, so not going to get a kill out of it, but at the very least, going to help your teammates find the kills. Is now the last man standing here is Zodom here in the spawn, but he is going to fall as well, and it's going to say a little bit of a spawn trap going on, but I don't believe Berserk found much of anything, but Zach is there to fill the hole, so into this spawn trap, I believe we've all been on the side of, you know, at least once in our lives, unfortunately. You know, not the best thing in the world, but excuse me, making a bet. Anyways, Berserk looking to try to break into these spawns here for P2. I believe Zodom might have potentially hurt him. Is Berserk here looking to make a play? He does find one. I don't know why I said spawns for P2. Like, this is a hard point. I kind of forgot we were playing control for a second. I apologize. 27 seconds left, and this is the first time here for Lords that they have been able to get onto this A hill, but they do have a 2-stack, possibly even a 3-stack on it. So, well, so far so good, and well, maybe not so much anymore. You do have number 4. That's going to be Bebo potentially trying to make a play here. Is all the players going to turn around and going to be able to find him, and this might be an extension here. And for the way the round started, Lords are up in lives. They got a minute and a half to work with, so potential here for the boys to potentially find their offensive round as well. So obviously you'd love to get the ticks, especially because you're in a spot to win this round. If you can find all 6 ticks, you're going to be ahead in it. Second tick gonna go by. It's a 13v9. And this may just come down to the ticks, and that's going to be it. That's going to be it. There's going to be no one near for S9 to contest, and it's going to be Lords finding an offensive round and going to be able to find the ticks as well. So, I mean, that's pretty much perfect, and that's exactly what you wanted. And again, for how badly that round started out, you got to shout out the boys on Lords for being able to find a way. And not only that, but just the transition from A to B. They didn't really miss a step. Yeah, a couple of guys died here and there, but the rest made the plays, and just kind of a seamless transition there for Lords. Helped secure them that round. Because this is not your normal vault experience. Usually, you know, you're more accustomed to the defenses winning and, well, hell spawns that we kind of seen S9 put on them in the beginning. But not so much here in this map. So far, it's been a lot more about the offenses. And, well, as I say that, S9 is in the back of the spawn. Of course, you got to get the remainder of these players. And, well, they're actually the attacking team. I take it back. They're the ones stuck in their spawn, so. 3 going to get on for A. Ticks are going to go by pretty quickly here. You have Berserk working towards that cat area. Last time you seen him here, he was an absolute menace to society. Looks like, I was going to say, looks like Lord's kind of wisened up, though. Looking to take the route, but it doesn't matter. Berserk gets the kill. But on the other side of things, Lords gets the remaining players, and now Berserk's just going to go ahead and go for the spawn kills again. Unfortunately, only finds 1, but gonna make his presence felt for sure. Is Brett able to find 1? He is going to get instantly traded, though. And Intensity looking to find a second, and he will. Berserk right back up to the cat area. He loves it, dude. He has been an absolute boss on this, man, on the cat area. Has 36 seconds remaining. About half a tick here to go on the A side, and that's going to go by pretty quickly there. There's now a minute added on to the timer. Lives relatively even for the most part. Lords is going to have a couple of players in these guys' spawns. Unfortunately, well, Bread may have gotten a little too impatient there. Zodom's looking to pick up the slag. Zach gonna get the comms at the very least, knowing that someone spawned him out towards that palace area. He does find the kill as well, so perfect read there if you are Zach, and honestly, probably perfect comms from these guys. Kind of what they're known for is 3 are gonna go down. But Zodom able to find a couple of kills and potentially could find this 4th, and he will. Is now back to square one for S9, and, well, unfortunately for Zodom, it just doesn't exactly reload at the best time available, but it's all good. Berserk looking towards the spawn once again. He's licking his chops. He loves it. Do I have number 1? That's going to be Zachary. Zacharoni. My bad, Zacharoni. AKA Zach. Zacharias, I don't know. Either way. Found a kill over towards side. He did get traded out, though. Anyways, Rick on a 5er now. It looks like he's only halfway to the cruise missile, which is not the best thing in the world, especially for a guy on a 5. His J-Band just making this as difficult as possible, and that's exactly what Lords are doing. Is it's a 3v3 now. Just pure S&D round at this point. Bebo gonna fall, and Rick put some good shots into Zach as well. Is now they know kind of where both players are. I'm interested to see what Zodom does. These guys kind of just have each other's cross. Intensity wins a huge gunfight, though. And it's all down to Brett here to potentially win this defense. He does find... Oh, my God. He finds Intensity. Unfortunately, does not find Zach. As Lord's able to find ever so slightly. They just barely get over that hump there to find that round win. But hey, man, a win's a win at the end of the day, eh? Win's a win at the end of the day. Is S9 now 1 round away from taking this, obviously. I mean, they're on the defense, so haven't seen a lot of defensive wins. Maybe potentially our first, but I feel like at this point, if you're Lords, you're looking to win the round, but maybe not by ticks. You know, give yourselves the offense going into round 5 with the way this map has been progressing. So Zach, good shots. Unfortunately, it's not with a gun that's fully automatic there, so not going to be able to find that kill, but the very least for Lords, you are finding the kills. Brett having a little bit of trouble there with the Dolphin, with the diving board, excuse me. Oh, and he gets up that time, as he has a great kill onto Intensity. And oh my God, Brett does it with the pistol. This guy's getting cracked out here. This guy's spinning around. He don't care. He's there. As Bebo and the boys looking to potentially get these guys off at this A point, and that's exactly what they're going to do, at least for the moment. You still have Intensity there to potentially trade Berserk out, and he will not. Zach Just looking to survive for the moment. Let his teammates try to get a couple of kills around him. Let him activate, and he is going to be able to find one at the very least. Does find a second as well with the pistol. We've seen a lot of pistol kills. I think guys thinking they're 007 over here. 40 seconds left. I was going to say, it looks like they're decapping A, or at least they were. Kind of what you needed out of the boys. Either way, Lords down 3 lives and only 30 seconds left here. Is Berserk now roaming in the spawn, something he's kind of been doing all map. Unfortunately, not going to be able to find one. Zach looking to potentially find this kill on the bread. Going to be able to do just that. The rest of the teammates here now for S9. Looking to try to get these guys off of this time. There's still 20 seconds. So, oh, the third tick nearly comes in, but that's 3. Make it all 4 dead, and this might be the map, ladies and gentlemen. Is now you just got to run straight for the point, and well, for S9, you're just kind of set up. You just wait for them to walk in your irons, and that's kind of what they're doing. Rick, able to stop it at 5.3. Half the tick left to go. As he does find one, here comes the reinforcements. A's gonna get secured. Unfortunately, you are down in 6 lives. You have no respawns. It's not the best thing in the world here if you are Lords. Now 3. Oh, wait a second. 2v8. 2v8. It's all going to be down to bread. All alone. It looked a little bit sketchy there for a second, but it's all good. The S9 boys get the trades, and now it's all down to bread once again. 30 seconds left in a 1v6. This is got to be pretty much the most impossible fight of your life here. Is he's trying to find any way out, and well, S9 not giving it to him. Is they're going to find map number 3. And like I said, man, with the way their hardpoint looked in the first map, we'll have to see if they can continue it into the 4th. It's been a back and forth affair. Blow for blow. Can Lord stretch this out to another map 5 where they looked comfortable in the S&D? So you'd be pretty confident if you're Lords if you can somehow find this hard point. But again, S9's at least the first map S9 looked really good on, so we'll have to see. But I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna grab food in between this map. And obviously we're gonna have some fun spawns for those of you that didn't join the red card, weren't there for the red card yesterday. It was we love the weird spawns that this game is providing for us. But either way, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 2-1 for S9 as Bebo's gonna start off nice and hot, finds himself a nice little 2-piece, start the map. Zacharoni going to be able to find a third, but Rick's going to stay on the time for the moment, so he is going to get taken down eventually. Here we go, and I don't know if that was me or not. I might be sad. We might be sad, ladies and gentlemen. We might be absolutely sad. I also kind of forget I don't have any other scenes, so there isn't even a be right back screen. Hold that. Hold that, I guess. I got nothing for that one, brother. Here we go. Get back into it as fast as humanly possible. I apologize. I feel like this always happens, and I don't even know if it was just me. Usually it is. For whatever reason, I have a bad tendency to just crash. But we shall join mid-session, hopefully. There we go. We're back. We're back. We're so back. Holy. Hopefully we didn't miss too much. I would imagine they're about midway through P2, but I'm on 120 ping. Didn't even look up at that. I'm not gonna lie, but it's all good. Oh, look at that, midway through P2. It looks like Lords are gonna be. Lords look like they stabilized quite well here. You do have number 2. It's gonna be Berserk out. He's kind of had that. He's kind of been doing this all game long, man. Constantly been at the backs of Lords. Unfortunately, he just runs out of bullets, and he's gonna find himself on the receiving end of some more as intensity. At least able to find one as we rotate over towards P3. But it's gonna be a lot of it onto intensity here to at least hold the top side of time. I don't know how he dated Zach. I didn't get to see that, but is what it is. You do have Brad who spawned in the back here, and it looks like Zach's gonna be on the pinch to try to find him. Teammate's gonna be spawning in the back. There's just spawns everywhere. I don't know what's going on, man. Either way, Zodom. Looking towards this outer side. They're trying to get out of this spawn trap because this spawn trap can be hellish. You do have Bread who somehow gets to spawn out. I say somehow, but no one was anchoring, so that's exactly why. Berserk gonna fall as well in the nice little break here from Lords to get this final 20 seconds. And oh my word, that looked insane on Bread's screen. I can only imagine what it looked like on Zach's, but release intensity, trying to rotate over towards New. He is going to fall. J-Ban should be the first guy here, and he should be able to get inside of the hill. As you have Zodom, who spawned pretty much right next to it. He is going to be able to find one here. As he's kind of getting surrounded. Going to put a couple of shots down range. Nothing too hurtful, but rest of the team going to be able to come in and help him out. Berserk looking to find some players. He did find one towards the bottom of here. Unfortunately, it doesn't get the guy on top. I don't know if he's going to do that. His teammate able to eventually help him there. His Berserk is going to fall as well. Zodom, Bread combining themselves for 2. As 2 going to be answered back from S9. And Bebo now just sitting in the bottom here like a good little hill kid. And speaking of, God bless, man. This guy's 17 and 6 and we're only 3 hills in. 4 hills in. 4.5 hills in. My word. This guy's on a warpath, man. He wants to end this now. He wants to go to bed or wants to go play Valorant. One of the two. Either way. We're going over towards noon. It looks like for the moment it's going to be Lord's control. You do have Berserk working towards the restaurant side, so that's good news here for S9. As these are the better spawns here compared to Tunnel. Just a lot easier to break from rather than the Tunnel spawns. But so far so good for Lords, man. It hasn't really had to worry about the Tunnel spawns because not a lot of them are dying. And well, as I say that, I take it back. Zach gets 2, Bebo able to find the trade, but good news for Lords, you are spawning towards that restaurant side, so. Bad news is neither of these teams collecting any time. I don't know, I feel like red card, you see a lot of, you see it come down to time a decent bit, or at the very least you see like the final 30 seconds. You know, just because, you know, hills like this hill, P1, P3 is usually a bit of a contest fest, and that's kind of no different here. As the trade's just plentiful, no one can get onto the hill. 10 seconds, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know if either team got 10 seconds from this hill at all. As we look over towards the second set of rotations, a 4-point game, and this is kind of what we've seen from the first map as well. Close for the first set of rotations. S9 started pulling away through the second and third, but we'll see if that story kind of continues here into map number 4. As Lord's going to be able to find all the kills. Now they're going to start finding the time here. Zach finds himself too. And Zach's had some good moments, man. He's had some good moments just spectating him. He's been looking real good. But you got Bebo, who has just been an absolute menace to the entire Lord's roster here. As he's just running and gunning, locking and glocking, putting in some shots because he's just that kind of a guy sometimes, you know. Looks like someone was on a 5 spree there for a moment. It might have been Zodom, but either way, he does get taken down before anything too drastic can come of it. Intensity, good shots on the upstairs guy. Putting some pre-fires in as well, just for him. Bread, though, holding the stage side of the hills. We go to P2. Both teams kind of just trying to fight out of the P2 spawn. Is, well, both teams are actually going to be spawning on that P2 side parallel to each other. Is now Lord should be able to hold down this stage side, and well, 2 for 2 trade. And well, I say 2 for 2, I forget Zach just shooting Bebo in the back of the head. It's kind of been a little bit of a problem here for S9. Kind of a couple of teammates getting shot, helping out the enemy in, but here we go. Into the hill is S9. Unfortunately, again, back spawn, so not the best thing in the world. Especially when you don't have the time, you're getting spawn trapped, but Berserk at least able to drop on in and get a little bit of the time. He is going to get broken once again. Is Zach and the rest of the boys now from S9 potentially just trying to fight out of the spawn. 10 seconds remain. Rotations to new. Just going to be kind of a foot race here between these two teams. Shots are going to get put down, but number 2, that's going to be Berserk. Just kind of biding his time, waiting for his teammates to rotate through. Got a couple of players. And now they're stuck in the back here. If you are Lords, Bebo, unfortunately, he did actually find Zodom there. That was kind of crazy, but works out in their favor, so at least for them, they're pretty happy. Zodom just trying to stop the bleeding here as the rest of his teammates spawn, trying to find something here. Unfortunately, well, he's gonna get a decent amount of damage as well. Zodom gonna be able to clean it up, or sorry, that might have been Rick who cleaned it up, and it was. He's on a 3 spree. Looking to continue to extend this lead as it's about 40 points here going into the P5, and they're holding good. There's still a decent amount of time here on the P4, so, or P3. God, I do not remember my hills very well. Either way, S9 able to break in for a moment. Zach potentially looking to lock down the last 10 seconds. He says it's all mine. On top of that, they do have rotations as well. This was a hill they were pretty good on the last go around, so hoping if you are an S9 fan that they can replicate that kind of success going into this second P4. But we'll have to see. Nice little flank throw from J-Bands as he was able to find one. And that was a nice little break here from Lords as they're denying anything here. And I mean, you got to think, for Lords, if you get 20-30 seconds of this time, that might just be game, and that might be us going to map 5. As Lords, maybe they're just not a Hossie team, man, or maybe they're just a red card team. Either way, they are looking absolutely incredible here. And this map number 4 is nearing that 200-point mark, as S9 still has yet to cross over 150. Still obviously has time. You still not completely down and out. Gonna be down about 70 seconds going into new, but the rotation gonna belong to Lords. This is gonna be one hell of a hill to climb if you are S9 and you're wanting to find yourself this map, and potentially you're, you know, obviously winning the series. But Zach able to break on into the hill. All he's got to do is stay down. Unfortunately, not going to be able to do so. Trades are going to be in, and this should be the hill here for S9. Got to get a good chunk of this time, and P5 is not really known for being a money hill, so we'll have to see how well they can hold. See if they can get another wave here. Is Nate's going to be out for Berserk. He does find a kill with it as well. Not something... I mean, I don't know where that nade came from, but either way, it worked out. So Bebo just kind of chilling in the hill, watching his own ticket. Teammates watching over him as J-Ban and the boys looking to essentially try to get this last 10. Shots are going to be in. Bebo's going to fall. At the very least, you're keeping it white, but I was going to say kill's not going your way, but Bread finds himself too. Is now he's just kind of looking for the cutoffs and kind of the last bit of kills here going from old to new. There's a 40-point lead here for Lords, and again, you're over this 200-point mark. Obviously, looking to finish it on a hill like P2. So, I mean, if you can somehow get it on P1, shout out to you guys. Not a lot of teams are going to be winning this kind of a map on P1, or at least on this map, you're not going to see that a lot. But Bebo still trying his hardest, and honestly, with how great he started, he has significantly slowed down. 31 and 24. At one point, he was like 22 and 9, so not exactly having the best second half of this map either, so got to potentially look for him to reawaken here if these guys want to have a chance at a comeback. There's 25 seconds left for Lords to win this map and take it to a map 5. Intensity, Zach going to be able to combine for the 2. Intensity just going to lay down in this time. You also got to look at the game clock as well. Game clock's starting to tick down a little bit here as P2 is going to pop. Bebo trying to find the guy in a hill, and he will. Unfortunately, he is going to get traded out, but you do have number 2. That's going to be Berserk, who finds 1, puts some shots into the second. Is now Zach looking to push up. Zach finds 1. Trade's going to be out, though, and I don't know if Rick spawned there or if that was a good route, but either way, route man's going to get paid, or the spawn man's going to get paid. Either way, gunfight's gonna go in favor of Lords, as S9 just trying to get in, just trying to find some semblance of the time here. Is number 4 Bebo. He is gonna be able to get out of the spawn trap. Good patience from him. Gonna be able to find one. Oh my god, he finds a second. The crew's gonna come out, but at this point, you can no longer win on this hill if you are Lords. And for S9, you have hope. You can keep him in the back. You get this last 6 seconds. You have Bebo over towards new. and a lot of map pressure as well. So if you can find this wave of kills, get them stuck in the back, spawn trap the hell out of them, and chain this P3, I mean, yeah, the P3 to P4, you can potentially find yourself on the winning side of things. Is S9 now crossing over that 200-point mark? Bebo able to find one on that side of things, but Lords might have just done enough right there. Gotten the 3 dead, and now it's all down to Zach, who's gonna fall, and that might just be it. Lords, hang on. Lords might be taking us to a map 5. It should just be all Lords of the kill feed. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back to protocol map number 5. Here we go, man. Back-to-back map 5s if you're S9. And again, I harp on it a lot. It's because I've watched this team. I've watched, you know, these combinations of players play for the most part. And at least with how map 2 went, you really miss Skylar, man. You miss the play calling. But you do have Berserk also making the play calls. It's just, we'll have to see, man. We'll have to see if he can reel the boys in, get them in some strats. The protocol, I mean, honestly, at this point, I don't know who I have winning, man. I really don't. Always believe in the boys on S9, but it's hard to bet against how good Lords looked in that second map, and even in the last map. You know, can definitely ride that momentum into this map 5. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Here we go, though. Stuns. Gonna be in. Shots. Everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Is this gonna be the boys on why? Oh, I'm not clicking. Am I clicking the game? I'll not be clicking the game. Ah! Well, it's still a little too late, but now Lord's gonna take round number 1. Gotta wait a good 40 seconds, so. That round went pretty damn quickly. I'm not gonna lie. I was not ready for that quick of a round. It was just a blind counter. It was just both teams hit A, see what happens. And looks like Lord's gonna win that gunfight at least for this round. This great first rounder wasn't Rick. Starting off 3-0. Guys nearly got the RC car, and we're only into round 2. That's definitely a good start from him. Good start from the team. Because again, it was just a bang out towards A. Both teams just said, screw it. And both mains just saying, yeah. We'll see how it goes. So round number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Here we go. Sorry, I had to like move my phone around a little bit. I apologize. But Rick able to find a 4th. I believe that does get him the car. Or no, that was Bread that falls there. Sorry, the names on the kill feed still are broken, but nonetheless, 2v2. Bomb is down for S9 as well, or at least not. I mean, it's not in their favor, but bomb is going to be down over towards the spiral area. You do have J-Bands kind of looking over that. Interested to see how this goes. Intensity is going to fall now. It's all down to Zach in a 1v2. Unfortunately, not going to be able to find a kill. And, well, that's going to be Lords once again. With a nice little defense there. It looks like it was a couple of one-on-one kills that they both got that got them that round, so. Can't ask for much more, man. You can't ask for much more if you are this Lord's team, so. All right, S9 got time to potentially. They still got rounds. They still got time. Zodom. Sorry, I was trying to look for Rick. Rick does have a car in the back pocket. And he actually is working towards that cruise missile. So, got Zach looking over the P2 heady. Looks like they're more invested over towards the B side of things. And, well, I don't even know what just happened. Zodom got naded, but everyone else got their kills. Leaves it all down to intensity in a 1v2. Bomb gonna go down as well. Has he got the AR in hand? Wisely gonna see if he can find a pick here with the AR, and he does. Zodom's gonna fall. 1v1, 40 seconds. You have time. If you are S9. He's slowly creeping his way down spiral, trying to find a timing. Unfortunately, not gonna quite find one yet. Gotta check every nook, every cranny. Unfortunately, he just looks the wrong way, but can he find the kill? He cannot. Unfortunately, not gonna have the gun for the job. Brad starting himself off at a 4-0 pace, and again, Lords clutching up where it matters, and they're starting this map 3-0, man. This is it's getting a little bit scary here for S9. Hey, man. We believe in the boys. We believe in the boys at S9. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if they can find themselves around. Stop the bleeding. Get back into this map. Make it competitive with Bebo. Unfortunately, the bouncing around doesn't work for him that time, and Bread just rips intensity there. Zacharoni has found his way into their spawn. Looks like they're gonna look to pinch this A site, and Zach, oh my lord, Zach finds two. That was beautiful. Genuinely beautiful there from S9. Is now they've evened up the odds here. 55 seconds. Zach has yet to plant the bomb yet. But now it's all going to be a game of timings. Zerk looking to find a guy big door. Unfortunately, he's going to lose that gunfight. No one looks at the guy drop, and Zach going to fall to him. As again, it got a little bit scary there for Lords, but my goodness, they pulled it together. Rick slips through the cracks, finds the last kill. And yeah. Great plays there from Lords, and I'm gonna be honest, I did love the play from S9. Zach made a huge play there to even the odds. Unfortunately, just timing doesn't go their way. No one looks towards that drop area, and yeah, it just doesn't end up working out for him. But here we go. We cannot get 6-0'd if we're S9. No 6-0. Trophy's gonna be out. I think that thing got instantly deleted as Rick sliding his way into the A side. Intensity does find a first blood, and there we go. Unfortunately, there was a team kill though, so still a little bit of hope if you are Lords, and sorry, Zodom finds a nice kill. And Jay Bands, oh my god, 1v1 for the Bread. Berserk gets taken down, and it is now match point for Lords. And I still never changed their map count, huh? My bad. We're out here playing S&D, and I still got it on map 4, huh? My bad. There we go. Now we got it fixed. Maybe just in time to watch these guys get 6-0'd. That's unfortunate, but one more round, man. One more round for Lords. They've started this map strong. The middle of the map has been strong. If they end it, it's just strong all around, and that's the best you could ask for if you are a Lords player or a Lords fan. For those of you in chat. Here we go. A hit from S9. Rick gonna fall first. Zach finds a second as well. 4v2. And it's a quick 4v2 at that. Bomb should get planted here pretty quickly and make it that much harder for these guys to pull something off. As S9 looking to deny the donut on the scoreboard. Zach gonna be able to spot them both. Now all the players at S9 gonna know where these guys are at. I like this from Zach as well. Gonna try to pinch these guys and force them to make a play as Zach. Oh my word, somehow Rick kills him. Or sorry, Bread kills him before Zodom falls. But Zodom will eventually fall. There's 15 seconds left, and well, that's not gonna matter. S9 finds themselves a first round and potential. Hey man, full sail. Might be there. I mean, with the way Lord's been looking, maybe not the most likely thing in the world, but at the very least, you know, there's something. Here we go. Still map point. 4 Lords. S9 though, you find a little bit of light here at the end of the tunnel. So here we go. Looks like it's gonna be a B hit here for Lords, as they get in without a problem. But how quickly does S9 respond? And Zodom gonna be able to pick Berserk off. I kind of like that out of him. Realize these guys are gonna, you know, gonna figure it out sooner or later, and just opts to play kind of the pinch there. Intensity is gonna be able to find a freebie though. Makes it a 3v3, 30 seconds left. And for S9, you do have to find your way onto the bomb site to defuse it. Zach getting through the back here. Oh my goodness, the trades are bountiful. It's all down to Zach, though. It's all down to Zach. He spots one, gonna get shot in the back, and Lords in a dominant fashion takes the map number 5. There was no doubt at how good Lords looked in that S&D, man. They looked absolutely incredible.
Yeah, you're a fat ass and you're retarded.
Whoa, okay. I think that's enough of that, jeez.
You're awful, nigga.
Whoa, Bebo. Chill.